Waxahachie.
Wait, you said you're getting rid of 3 of them already?
They're
No,
saying this
free.
weekend free.
Oh,
You're just
free.
gonna
Ah, dang.
bring them all in the truck or whatever, and then just give them to people.
Yeah. There's an art to it.
And they're mutts, so they'll live forever with no health problems.
I mean, if like God came down on high and said, "Hey, you won't have another dog be dropped off if you keep all 9," I would. You know, just to have a gang of them, like I don't know, they're so cool.
Just like a squad, an army.
Yeah.
An army. Oh
But
god.
there's no way.
Dude, you
Too
could probably
much.
train them to be like great guard dogs, and you can sell them as guard dogs,
That's true.
or like a guard dog
Make
service.
it to a business.
Yeah, you'll have just like a hire Waco's army of guard dogs.
Then you're gonna have to get them all vaccinated and stuff. And
Oh yeah, so much money.
get paperwork on all of
Too
them
much.
if you want to sell
Too
them.
much. Oh, come on and load already, you bitch.
Never made it up to Minnesota.
David, did you see that I just now sent you that stuff you asked for last week?
I did, yes. Yes, I did.
Yeah, my
Thank
bad,
you.
man.
No, you're good. You're good.
Totes forgot.
Totes my goats.
No worries.
Let's try to reload this.
Most of them are kind of what I figured.
If Ripjaw ever had the Ocarian repeater, that would be on there.
True. That is true, actually. Actually. It won't add this song to this playlist, and it's really
Where's Kyle?
starting to make me mad.
Kyle!
That's say my name?
Kyle. Is your name Kyle?
Damn it, Manny!
No.
Damn it, Manny.
I might need someone to share their screen. I might
Here we go.
Dude,
not be able to have access to the website.
Shigambi.
Shop out.
Gombi. Yeah, mine's not loading either, actually. Why? While we wait for Kyle, why don't y'all go ahead and begin recapping what happened last time, while we also wait for mine to load.
We started with the recap, remember?
Thank you, Manny.
And then we were recapping the recap.
Uh-huh. Do you see what you've done, Manny?
What happened during
It'll
that
only
recap?
get
huh?
worse from here on out. We talked with Kubazan and
Yeah.
basically figured out a way to get to save
Shrimpies.
the axolotl people.
Yeah, you saved them.
The Salamanders.
We were
Salamanders.
concerned the Salamanders were going to be found and killed by
Yeah.
T.
And yeah, we were gonna like just take like a handful of them, like a new colony, but they all decided to go, and
Yeah, they all wanted to go with you.
it's a big turn of events.
Very sweet. So you saved the Salamanders. What else happened?
We took them to my old village, and fucking Dooley is running that motherfucker, but he wasn't in town.
Yeah, you went back to Aaronvale. You decided to bring them there. And you learned a little bit about the city while you were there, a little bit about the town.
They have 1-to-1 statues of us.
Yeah, they have a bunch of statues.
Exactly us.
Exactly.
Like
Mirror.
y'all. Mirror images.
Still
Yes.
talking black dragons though. Point of contention. Hopefully.
We gave him the update though.
History will
Yeah.
fix it.
Yeah.
We went back to the Archmage.
Yeah.
And I don't remember what all we talked to him about. I just remember we rested and then we were gonna go to wherever Moa is next. Lowless.
Yeah, I thought we just
What's
planned
the
like
vessel?
how we're gonna meet up with him.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
We
listen.
did.
Well, listen.
Hmm.
Yeah, we already had left. Yeah, that's right. Because we went into Lowless and yeah, that's right. We walked out
Yeah.
of the portal room, went into the forest. That's
Hmm.
how they got back to the trees with all the axolotl.
Right. And
Okay.
something pretty significant happened when Thunder tried to travel via plants, if you remember. What
World tree shit.
yeah, world tree shit. Do you
Didn't even
remember?
cost him his magic.
He didn't have to use a spell, yeah.
Yeah. Turns the world tree is doing something, isn't it?
Yeah, I wanted to talk to it to see if it was gonna give me a headache, but I didn't have time.
Yeah, no time. Yeah, you got places to be. And then and you came back and the group of you began to set out for Moa.
I will say that the Archmage is gonna open that portal
Mhm.
up every 12 hours, I think.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of on standby for y'all to make sure you get back okay.
We saw another stag, too.
You did see a stag. And where did you see the stag? This is important.
In the ethereal realm.
Yeah.
Right, with the world tree.
Yeah.
What could they be doing?
They've always been there.
What could they be doing? Um, yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. Can y'all hear this music if I try to play it?
Hear stuff.
Sorry. Yeah, not her. Do you hear this?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Me either.
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah. Oh no. I think our YouTube player is something wrong with that. I don't know what's going on. Huh. How do we adapt? Give me just a moment, please. Hmm. 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 Wonder why it's not working.
Oh, we also got a cinematic of Fail doing the oath.
Yeah, talk to me about the oath while I try to figure this out.
Oh yeah, so she did the
Oh.
normal oath, and then Descartes wanted like his own time with her. He
Right.
talked about how, like regardless of what kind or who, where you're from, we all take this as paladins.
Right.
And I just feel like I don't even remember any of it.
I posted the text to it in the important Malnova channel because I know it's a little tough to remember completely. But it is there if you ever want it. But yeah, basically you learned like the oath, right? The paladin oath that no matter where you're from, who you worship, anything like that, all the paladins take the same oath, and it's kind of like a comfortable feeling, right? To know that you're with good company. So yeah, you did that. Okay, the module's broken. I don't know what to do about that. So in the meantime, I'm going to send y'all a track for you to play on your end while you do today's session. Because that's the best I can do.
The session 01 was working earlier.
Does this work? No, right? I think maybe I just have to I had to like buy this one. I haven't updated in a long time, and to update I have to resubscribe to his Patreon. So I can do that. I just don't want to make y'all sit and wait, you know? Um, So in the meantime, you can just listen to this. It's just swampy atmosphere. Because that'll be good enough for today. It was working just yesterday. Just earlier today. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so yeah, go ahead and pull up that swampy. I mean, I guess really you can play whatever you want in the background, but imagine a swampy atmosphere as you are exploring through the swamp. It's hot here. The air is heavy and humid. And it's quite unpleasant. If Yokizos were here, he would love it.
Yes, he would.
But for the yeah, he would. But for the rest of you, not lizard folk, it's pretty miserable.
But he left us.
But he would, yes. Imagine trying to hike through the swamps of New Orleans at midday as y'all are pushing through, sweating profusely as you push deeper into the north of Malatra. And after several hours of doing so, you would find that the ground is beginning to break up into large patches of marsh, actual sitting water that you can see, with reeds poking out of it, covered with lily pads. You now have to become pretty mindful of where you step, should you step into just water and the ground kind of goes away. The line between solid ground and sitting water is becoming fuzzier and hazier as you trudge deeper, your boots often getting stuck in the mud as you have to pull them out. And after about a half day's journey of this kind of miserable terrain, like maybe 5 to 6 hours of travel, the group of you would be continuing on under the hot sun, but I need anyone that is proficient in perception to roll me a check.
That'd be me, David. Can you roll for me, please? I don't
I
have access to a computer at the moment. Thank you.
Perception.
Perception.
For some reason, as it's tabaxi, it says like under my character traits that I have efficiency in it, but for some reason my chart doesn't show that I have it. But I know that I do.
I can change that for you. As the group of you continue on, Fael, you and Halbjorn would begin to have this uneasy feeling that you are perhaps being watched or tracked. Just this kind of feeling in your subconscious that's kind of causing you to turn back on yourselves every now and then. And one of these times that the two of you would kind of look back just to see where this feeling is coming from, you would meet each other's gaze and kind of silently affirm that the other is feeling this way.
I'm gonna, on my broom, kind of go up a little bit and see if I can get like a good vantage point to see kind of further out into.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do like a hush, like to everybody, kind of like the hold up where we're at.
Mm-hmm.
Get everybody in our direction.
You would gain a little altitude, Hobjorn, to try and see outwards to see if you can get a better scope of the terrain here. And you wouldn't be able to gather too much, only because of the size of the trees here. They're massive and tall, and they kind of shroud the canopy a bit, which makes it a little difficult. But you would see that the group of you are kind of traveling on what appears to be almost like a natural levee of sorts. On either side is sitting water, and the group of you are walking on like a almost like a trail of dirt that extends forward. That in and of itself wouldn't be very suspicious to you. But what would gather your attention is kind of lazy motion in the water to your east. You would be able to see like kind of the contrails of ripples moving backwards, almost like a very like lazy wake to a boat, kind of.
I'm going to summon a water bestial spirit.
Oh.
into the water and have it see if it can find something, swim around, check the waters around us.
What does your bestial spirit look like for the water environment?
It says an animal of your choice, so I'm gonna say it's like a crocodile to fit the reptilian
Yeah.
theme.
Yeah, you summon a spiritual gator, yes, that slowly just begins to move through the water as it tries to kind of just sluggishly catch up to what caught your eye. And
Gator's an invasive species in this parts, and it wouldn't make sense that it's there. But okay, whatever. We'll go with it.
Gators live in
Dang.
swamps. Gator wants his gap
Um,
back, bitch.
the gator can't really like communicate with you, it doesn't look like, but is definitely an ally to you. And after several minutes would pull itself out the from the water and kind of trudge up onto the bank next to y'all and kind of snap its mouth at you in a way to communicate with you like it has information.
Javier, you know what he's saying? You need some help.
Yeah, I have no idea what he's saying. Yeah, I would love some help.
I'm back, sir.
Yeah, I lift my hand up and I cast Communicate with Animals from my ring
Okay.
of influence.
Sure. And what do you
I
say?
say,
I say,
you got some news.
The alligator cocks its head.
I pull out my father's dagger and I say, that's knife.
The alligator snaps its jaws again and says, "I found something in the water."
Found something in the water.
okay, what?
Big,
What?
small creature.
I'm like a
Oh,
very bad the person that you need to communicate,
an
translate.
interpreter.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Slowly following you. A large lizard. Bigger than me.
Yukizos is following us, guys.
Demomo.
No,
He's at a large lizard.
Demomo.
I thought you guys
The
killed
Momoa?
Momoa. According to all the stories you
You
guys
did.
told me, you killed it.
It was the Momoa's son.
He's
I
back.
pull out a toe of the Moa Moa. I pull out a toe of the Moa Moa. Oh, we killed it.
I do like a quick, crappy sketch of the Moa. I'm like, is this what it looked like?
The alligator kind of shakes its head.
No, guys. Damn. And then I draw Yakizos in the dirt and I say, is this what's following us?
The alligator, if an alligator could shrug, it would shrug.
Closer.
Guys, it's a lizard folk.
Well, closer. What if that means it's a Wanti?
Technically, you didn't hear that because I didn't translate that exactly.
Is it like really big? He said it's
Yeah.
bigger than him. Like, is that like 3 of him or twice as big or just a little
Yeah,
bigger?
how much bigger?
I stand on top of Halbjorn. This big?
I'm flying. You're not standing on top of me.
And
I stand on Aslos.
Yeah, the alligator would kind of gesture with its nose to Aslos.
Not quite so big, but about that big.
I mean, I think we're fighting it, no?
Yeah,
Well,
Odds are good. Yeah, just
we
get
could
ready
just
to
keep
fight like a
walking the
big
way we're
monster.
walking and keep an eye on this east side of us, right? Like where he's at.
All right. Well, can you ask
Be
him?
ready to fuck it
I
up.
guess I
Fuck
can
up
technically
things.
command him to keep
Mhm.
watch like near us within a radius, and alert if anything gets too close.
The alligator gives you a snap and then drifts lazily back off to the bank and just kind of effortlessly slides into the swamp. And it kind of disappears from sight as it begins to float in between the duckweed and the hyacinth. It's tough to see. All you can really see are the soft ripples kind of emanating out from him.
How can you communicate with him, Halbjorn? Not even telekinetically or anything?
Nope.
It's one way. He just takes commands.
Yeah.
I want to wall shape into a gator as well, and then go into the water.
Sure. Yeah. You slide into the water kind of behind him as the two of you are drifting through.
Yeah, that's what Thunder's doing.
Okay.
Should we follow?
Yeah, I'll
Thunder?
walk close to the eastern side of the water.
The
where
water
Thunder
one
and
has
we're
pack
at.
tactics. Woohoo.
Oh, nice.
Oh. And yeah, the group of you continue on. You don't really find anything of note. Like nothing happens for the next maybe hour or so. It starts to be maybe closer to 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And the group of you are continuing kind of on this raised dirt shelf, right? It's maybe like 30 feet by 30 feet across length or width-wise, but lengthwise you've been following it for miles. And like I said, it seems to be almost like kind of like a natural causeway that's covered in trees, ferns, all different kinds of plant life. But it just serves as a way for you to stay dry through the swamp. And the way that the plants have been beaten down in the center of it would maybe even give you reason to believe that this is used by actual inhabitants of the swamp for the same purpose. But after about an hour or so, like I said, the two of you, Halbjorn and Fail, wouldn't lose that feeling necessarily of being watched. You would maybe feel slightly more secure in knowing where it's coming from. The alligator and Thunder, the two of you are still drifting in the water. But a new encounter would occur after this hour. As a group of you step a bit forward, you are called out to. And you kind of almost like yelled at.
Don't move any further.
Oh,
And
all right.
stepping out from the brush, from the tree cover, are two large lizard folk. They are shielded in armor constructed from bone and wood, primitive armor. But they stand at a cool 6.5 feet tall as they step out from the swampy undergrowth. You can see that one of them is wielding a bone bow, while the other one holds a more primitive club in his hand. And the one with the bow is the one calling out to the group of you.
Do we understand them?
You would tell that they're speaking in common to you.
Dang, if we only have Yokizos.
You said they are speaking common, right?
They are.
Well and well met, I guess. I mean,
What's your business in the swamp?
looking around.
We're
We're
looking
here to
for Moa.
see Moa.
Just tell them, right?
And the two lizard folk kind of exchange glances.
Moa? You know of Moa?
And Moa.
They both slightly recoil.
We need
Are you
to.
looking for Moa or the Moa?
We're looking for Moa, the temple that Moa was last alive in, or wherever your ritualistic place is.
And
The trickster god.
the two lizard folk exchange glances again, their golden eyes squinting slightly.
We know Moa, and we know where the temple is. You've just come at a bad time.
Why? What happened?
And the other lizard folk takes a step forward, lowering his bow, and the club lowers as well. We are in a bit
conflict at the moment. Moa's shrine is in the midst of this conflict. I don't think you can go there now.
Like some kind of civil war or something between you lizard folk? What are you talking about?
You can see that one of the lizard folk raises the ridges of his eyelids in surprise.
Actually, yes, you really nailed it. Actually, yes.
It's gonna be a general after all. Like, I don't know, maybe that.
We're undergoing some issues at the moment, and travel is expressly off limits by our interim chieftain.
The other tribe or the other parts of your tribe you're conflicting with, would they not allow us to go to this temple? We have no place for
And
this in this war.
You'd be completely
Conflict.
neutral. I mean,
the two
Yeah.
lizard folk kind of look around a little bit and say,
It is too open here. We can't speak freely. Would you come with us back to our clan village?
yeah, yeah.
Sure.
I'll speak for everybody, but yeah, y'all think so?
I guess.
I think we'll be alright.
I suppose.
the two lizard folk begin to lead you deeper into the swamps. You can see that after about 20 minutes or so of travel, that they bring you to a pretty well-guarded hamlet in the middle of the swamp. And my notes are on the screen. You can't see them, right?
No.
Okay. One of
This is
y'all's
our
characters
dragon?
was like outlining them, and I
Xbox
was like,
man.
"Oh my god." Okay, perfect. Yeah, you can see that it's a small lizard folk settlement that rests on the banks of the swamp. For those of you that have been here to the lizard folk before, you would kind of recognize these kind of structures, at least in a way. And you can see that you would be able to feel a definite air of tension in this village. The last time that the group of you were with the lizard folk, you weren't particularly judged so much. It was more they just didn't care about you. This time, you're getting a lot of looks. And there's definitely an air of untrust here as the group of you push into the Ixtal clan's village.
I cast Trust
And-
Party.
Oh, I was like, what?
There's so many spells, it could be one, right?
Kind of. I would have believed you, honestly. Now I am listening to this playlist if y'all want to follow along. And the two lizard folk bring you into the village and lead you to another lizard folk. This one is kind of a deep emerald with golden streaks in his scales, large ridges line down his back, and you can see a sculpted scimitar in his lap. He sits on the dirt, but stands whenever you approach. You can hear the group of them discuss a bit in Draconic as they speak their native language. Until the one that was sitting that now stands addresses the group of you.
My scouts tell me that you have business here in the swamp.
Important business.
It sounds as so.
And he kind of gives a bow and says,
My name is Cruzy.
Nice to meet you, Kuzu. I'm in Dragons.
I am the acting leader of the Ishtal clan right now. We are undergoing some real problematic times here in the clan.
What caused these times to happen?
And he looks at the group of you and says, "Do you enjoy kudu?"
Oh yeah.
And he kind of,
He's talking about the dinosaurs. We rode those things.
Oh, I was hoping it was drugs.
and he turns and speaks in Draconic once again. And Ventus, you would be able to understand this as he calls out and says, "Servants, prepare us a feast."
Ooh.
And
They're
he
gonna
sits
feed
back
us.
down and kind of lowers his hands to all of you to sit with him. There's a large, kind of muddy dirt patch that he lowers himself in to sit as he beckons for the group of you to join him. And he grabs a small bowl full of like what appears to be kind of like an organic, maybe leafy paste-like substance that he dips his fingers into and smears the bottom of the inner lip with, and then passes it to the next person sitting next to him. We'll say it's Aslos.
Yeah, I go ahead and do the exact same thing. Like, I take way more than he does, like, not really knowing what I'm doing.
And do you pass it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And you would find that this seems to be like a kind of almost like tobacco like product. It kind of gives you like a tingly numb in your lip. As the group of you sit around and he begins to explain what happened.
Hobjorn is in his undergarments in the mud, fully immersed in this experience.
And you can watch as Cruzy kind of rubs his scales with mud, as he's kind of talking, just really so apathetic to what any of you might think or even do. He's really just doing his thing.
When in Rap 2?
There are two major clans in this area of the Delta. Us, the Ishtal clan, and another, Sedek clan. We are, as you probably are aware, not so far from the 1T. And we have heard rumblings of them amassing a great army to push deeper into the Delta. The
The 1T, you mean?
Yes. The lizard folk are a proud people, and we will not subject to subjugation. The Ishtau clan and the Sedek clan, for our very first times in lizard folk history, began communication to partner together as an allied force to attack the 1T first in their decrepit city of Lilis. These talks were going well, surprisingly well, and the lizard folk as a combined, unified force, I truly think that possibly we could sack a city. Anyhow, we were beginning to amass our weapons, our supplies, our resources over the past 6 weeks or so. A long time. However, 4 days ago, in our very clan here in our settlement, we found our chieftain who had negotiated these talks with the Sedek, Captain Chieftain Rushk, murdered.
Well, that's probably by the 1T, right?
And he kind of shakes his head. No. Oh, I don't think so. We never even laid an attack. Captain Chieftain Rushk was here in our village the entire time. No.
How did he die? What killed him? Was it, like, in his sleep or what?
In the middle of the night. Horrible bruising around his neck. We think that he was strangled.
Obviously, our talks of unification crumbled. We have strong thought to believe this was performed by the Sedic clan. And if so, our war efforts must be redirected to address this betrayal.
What would make you think it was them? How do you, if you said everything was going so well, how would that why would they do that? If you guys were all united on a goal, don't you think that this could have been something else? Wouldn't it just make sense?
And you watch as Cruzy rubs more mud onto his scales.
You are not thinking like a lizard. Sure, we were united towards a goal together, but this would also serve as a perfect opportunity to undermine the clan. Chieftain Rushk was a strong, capable leader. When better to launch an offensive when one clan is in turmoil, the other is fortified. We are a naturally distrustful group of people, the lizard folk.
Or what better for the Yuan Ti to sow distrust amongst the tribes by doing something like this right before they attack? And Hobjorn's saying this, he's completely covered in mud.
And
With his glasses still on.
You can tell that Cruzy is listening, but is unconvinced.
This might be. It's possible, I suppose. But until we can prove it, and we have evidence that it was some agitator from a foreign people, both clans crave war.
Well, why do they want to go to war with you? Did you accuse them already? I don't, what did they say when you asked them? I know you
How deep in this conflict are y'all? What's going on?
Cruzy, for the very first time, shifts a little uncomfortably.
We perhaps have been reflexive in our reaction to the news.
What'd you do?
And he kind of turns to look behind him. And you can see that on one of the perimeters of the Ishtal clan's settlement are two pikes. And lizard heads are impaled on them.
Who are they?
They were scouts attempting to spy on our clan.
Did you interrogate them or did you just kill them?
We killed them.
So they could have
I mean, I would
been
Valuable.
ambassadors for peace between tribes and you just killed them.
We found them in the dead of night.
I smell subterfuge.
Well, all of this is great, and I'm really sorry that you guys have decided to go to war with each other when you're about to be killed, but we have much greater interest in the Yuan Ti. We
You
need...
are genociding a bunch of other races.
And they're going to kill
And
all of
you're
you.
And
So
genociding
we need
ancient
to get to
creatures
Moa.
that have lived on this planet longer than any of us, any of our races. It's a lot worse, okay?
So maybe we can just like sneak to the temple.
Or can we, like, will they allow us to talk to them? This other clan?
Do they know you killed your scouts? Did you tell them?
I mean, they put their heads on sticks.
I know,
mean,
but this is in their clan, so maybe they don't know yet. I don't know.
The scouts were found 2 nights ago. It is
Hmm.
possible, perhaps, that the Sedek clan hasn't put it together yet.
And how many scouts were there?
Possible. 2.
Okay. So you didn't send, like, a head on horseback or something to the other clan?
No, no, no. We are civilized people here.
Well, this is easy. We'll just tell them the
Mud
Wanti
flops off
killed
my
them.
forehead as I crinkle my forehead. Like,
We'll just tell them the Wanti
Yeah.
killed them.
Look, we are skilled ambassadors. Let us try to smooth things over for you.
torch
Sure.
piece kind of thing, you know?
I could pull a Wanti corpse out of my bag, tell them we killed them, tell them they killed their scouts, and then they can help us. We don't need you guys. You have decided to start war over nothing. This is not
we don't
what
know.
we want.
It's nothing.
but you don't know it's something.
We don't have time for this.
It
Where
could be,
can
guys.
we find
like,
the
to
other
be fair, it
tribe?
could be, right? Like, it
Where
could
is
be,
this temple in relation to where we're at now?
Yeah, we're going to the temple no matter what. And if we see the
Yeah,
other guy,
we
we'll talk
need
them.
to do
We'll
this
see what
temple.
they're thinking.
Well, that's part of the issue of your request. The Sedek clan has built their settlement around the temple.
And we'll still go there.
They might accept you. I would not mention maybe that you came here first. They are as equally distrusting of us as they are of
That's very smart.
us.
Let them see what they say.
We are of them. Sorry, it's very hard for me to think through. Lizard brain. Yes, I would perhaps not mention that key element. The lizard folk have quite fallen out of favor of Moa over these past couple centuries. We have taken many a stone from her temple for our own uses. We really do not care for her edicts or the way she sees the world. It's quite at odds with us. We have gone as far as to name creatures we dislike in the swamps after her, due to our dislike of her.
Mama.
That's a good example, actually, yes. The Moa named because it kind of looks like her, and we don't like it, and we don't like her.
Okay, so we're gonna need to take the 2 scouts that you killed. We'll tell them a Wanti did it. Give them the body of a Wanti, like one of the ones in the bag.
We won't mention we were here first.
Now, we won't mention we're here first, and we will begin discussions with them. When was Rush killed? How many days ago?
4 days ago.
And you've had no talks. Nobody in your tribe, no scouts, no anybody has talked to the other tribe since Rush has been killed. They still think peace is on the table, as far as you know.
Admittedly, we did send one lizard folk, our weapons master, who goes by the name of Trax, here at the Ishtel clan. He's somewhere about. We sent him, very armed, I mind you, but he was turned away and sent back here by the Senate clan.
Well, did they say why?
No.
I unroll the map, and I'm like, okay, we're, and I kind of point about where I think we're at. We're like around here. Where is this temple? Where's their tribe?
You can tell he's having trouble with a paper map. He's never really seen one before. I could, and he looks up, and you can see as
as the sun is very slowly beginning to set. It's maybe 6 in the evening, and the stars are beginning to unfold. He traces the constellations with his fingertips. They were about an hour or so this direction, and he points.
Okay.
He points northeast for you.
Okay. And I kind of like orient the map, and I use my scale to try to figure out where I think like an hour would be. An hour of walking. And I just
You are
give him a
welcome
head
to
nod.
speak with whoever you need here. At the Ishtar clan, I should say.
I go take down the like 2 bodies of the scouts that they have there, like
Mhm.
because I intend to like say that we found them, and then I pull like one of the Wanti kind of out of the hole a little bit, and I kind of ask them, and I'm like, "How would you deal with a body that you guys found? Besides turning them, I'm assuming you don't stick them on a stake. I don't want to present them stuck on a stake, thinking then they'll know the other lizard clan did it."
And the Wanti blinks at you with amber eyes. Is it already dead?
Yes,
When we
it's dead.
find it.
No, you would have killed it.
Oh. And you can really tell it's thinking. We wouldn't kill it. Either it would be turned or sacrificed to Nazoth. I suppose we could eat it. But that isn't common. And his tongue
Okay.
darts out of his mouth.
Thank you. No, I kind of like put him like back in, and then I kind of say to the group, well, we can't bring them with because they're gonna know the Wanti don't do this, so I don't know what to do. Do we go empty-handed?
I mean, yeah, just let's bury these motherfuckers and go on and
Yeah.
tell whatever we gotta say, right? We don't even know what we're gonna be dealing with when we talk to these dudes. We're going straight to the temple, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
feel like
we're-
if we just walk to
Go
the
right
temple,
to the temple? Okay.
Let's sneak
Yeah,
past
like-
the other group.
Well, their whole tribe's... Oh, I mean, we can try, yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Everyone get in the hole.
yeah, we went to a one two.
I don't want to get in the hole. It's so crowded there. It's still smelly from the fucking salamander.
And there's 3 Wanti in there, but yeah.
Yeah, what are we doing
want
with
to
this
eat
place?
The
one
hole-
rum and the
okay, the
dragon,
hole.
dragonborn.
The hole doesn't hold smell. I mean, God, no, the grunt...
It's well ventilated.
It's deodorizing.
It's a very clean place, okay? I dumped the water out.
It's just currently full of mud and water.
No! I dumped that out! It's still a little there. My bed's there.
But we don't all have to go in the hole, and I don't feel like I want to go, if possible. But that's
You want to go at all?
I don't want to go in the hole. I don't have to. I feel like I'm more responsive out here, right? Like I'm ready to like call to action. You know, see some shit coming.
We need to... Are we doing this stealth, or are we just walking the hell in?
I'd rather avoid the drama if we can help it, but we got
Out
shit
of
to
game,
do.
I feel like we've abused the hole in one spot, just like we did with the bag of holding. We kind of stopped using it in that way, where we put a bunch of people in it, because it kind of became breaking.
Yeah.
Because then we can just hand it to one stealthy person and always be able to sneak around.
Yeah, I'd rather.
I don't see a
deal with
problem here.
In David's favor, I think that we can't use that for every time we want to sneak around somewhere.
Fine, I'm gonna change out
Yeah, and
the battery.
But I don't mind walking up. I mean, I am kind of suggesting that, right?
I feel like
Right, like we're badass. Like we
Yeah.
can't. They're not gonna fuck with us hardcore, right? If they do, we'll take a step back and then we'll figure it out.
yeah, I'm actually with Fail on this one. I gotta.
What?
Yeah, what's
know,
the worst
right?
that can happen?
Whoa, whoa! The 9
Tell how
layers of
strong
hell
she's
just
gone.
froze over.
Yeah.
David, you missed an epic moment.
I agreed with Fail.
Still missing it.
Damn.
No.
He'll watch the replay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
David, you
so
missed
what
a
do y'all?
crazy epic moment.
Damn.
Dang.
Ventus agreed with Fail on something.
Oh whoa.
It was crazy.
Like, not even
Yeah, I don't know.
begrudgingly.
Yeah.
He just straight up owned it.
Yeah, I was
Maybe
just
there
like,
is Civil War. I don't know.
she's got the best plan so far.
Okay.
What's
I
wrong
know
with
my brother-
sneaking past him?
Well, no, I'm just saying like I just think we're wasting too much time trying to solve these guys' problems.
I'm
when
fine trying to.
That's what
as
I'm
a-
saying.
I'm just saying not use the hole is all I was saying. As a cheap trick of working every time. That's what I was saying.
And it could be
I'm
a
still
lot
fine
of
trying
little
to
bit.
sneak. Totally fine with
no,
It could be-
we can try and sneak if it's super easy, but if not,
Okay.
Yeah, there's like
well,
ways to do it, right? To where we
So
all-
are we sneaking or are we going up? Because as much as it is a little bit, Aslos is going in his own hole, so nobody else has to. But the Goliath is not sneaking anywhere, so
Yeah, I mean, I can sneak when I take off my armor. And put my
Does
breastplate
Thunder
on.
have Pass Without a Trace available or no?
I'll check. No.
Okay, I got a crazy idea. What if I use Umbra to make a Shroud of Darkness, and then we just approach in the darkness?
Okay.
like an ominous.
I'm okay.
black-
That's fine, but how do we see to get how do we walk with it?
We'll have someone lead the group that's invisible, and have my rope of climbing to guide us. Obviously.
this is so
Obviously.
Black Dragon. I'm dumb.
Do we have any information on what their temple and tribe thing looks like? Their village, whatever.
Well,
No
we could
info.
ask Trax who went there, right? Oh, he didn't go
Or you
in.
can ask Drax.
We'll
I
ask her.
do want to say that if we get caught, we're not I'm not being taken captive. We gotta.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're not.
I
trying
bet
to
this whole
fight a
thing's
whole
just a
tribe,
misunderstanding.
But I'm also not trying to be taken captive somewhere.
I still smell subterfuge. I bet that these guys are fighting for no reason.
Cruzy, how many
Yeah, I mean,
people were
there's
in
a,
their
there's a
tribe?
world in which we talk to them for sure, right? Like that's a thing.
But also, if they get violent, I get violent back.
Yeah, we put them in place pretty quick, I think, right?
They are probably 60 strong.
Ah,
How many
I
people you got?
will fireball
How many
directly
strong?
in the middle of all of them
How many
if I have to.
We are 61 strong.
So you think they did it? Why don't we go there right now and duke
Dang.
it out? What do you think?
You know what's crazy is they
Four?
were 62 strong, but they cut those two guys out, so now they have the advantage.
Wow.
Exactly.
oh damn!
But is that your
Okay.
only
Great
proof?
plays.
What
Could
hard
go to
evidence
war
do you
right
have?
now. I'm just saying.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's just do a civil war.
Yeah, we'll help you guys, and then you got, at that point it's like 67 to 60. We'll win, right?
I mean,
Right?
at that
Cruzy, middle of
point
the
with
night.
us, it's like 367 to 60.
Okay, but haven't we seen enough senseless violence? Like, what if this is the Yanti of causing this infighting?
That would
They
suck. If we
killed two of their people, though. Yeah, imagine reacting badly to not knowing what happened. These two, well, very nice people killed two of them without even knowing what's going on.
Absolutely
East Tal
tactful
and the
with his
Sadik
fingers.
have been long-time rivals. We've competed for territory in the swamp. Our
Yeah, dude.
partnership seems too good to be true.
War.
This is new territory for them, right? Because like Yokizos was like he was different, right? They're not all
Yoshizo's
dust.
got outcast from his tribe, so I don't think he'd be a good
Yeah, like
source.
because they were brutal, right? Like I remember him talking about that, right? Like they were brutal.
He was too
compared to-
altruistic for them because he wanted to
Yeah.
like not kill someone or something like that. I don't remember.
I thought it's
Well,
because he thought he was a dwarf.
No.
That didn't
Cruzy
really
is
help.
very nice.
How would he
so-
think
That
he's a
was
dwarf
after-
if he's never met them before?
Oh right. So he started worshiping Balma
He was
after
outcast
he
Because he
okay,
met a
I got
dwarf that was traveling
I
through
gotcha.
Runs, yeah.
Mhm.
after he was outcasted. Yeah.
Yeah, I had been a hermit. Well, actually, yeah, I'd
I'm
been a
just
hermit for a while before that. He had been a hermit. I am Halbjord.
This whole alliance thing. It seems like a very new, fragile thing. They don't know how to deal with it. We'll do what we can, right? We'll say the things that need to be said. You gotta stop killing
But
people.
we're gonna
that come
try to. I say the party. We're gonna try to sneak through the darkness first, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Ideally, we just leave this all alone because we don't have time. If we got 12 hours.
But if we do talk to anybody, we'll let them know. Alliance against the Young T is on. Everything's good.
Yeah, both sides have agreed.
All right, so let's go now.
But what if
And,
the Avatar knows the true history of both tribes and they were actually just playing a soccer game?
Cruzy gives you 2 more names. He says,
If there's anyone else that you should speak with at the Ishtal clan, that would be of importance. It would be Gook, our shaman, and Jarko,
Ooh,
his
shaman.
apprentice.
Charcoal.
All right, can you gather all them together so we can have a quick conversation?
and he yells out once again in Draconic, asking for servants to summon them. At about this time, also, the kudu is served. To some of y'all's disappointment, it's served raw. They didn't really think about cooking it for you.
Oh, hell yeah.
But you watch as 2 lizard folk come out. You see Trax, who is a pale green lizard folk, very large and muscular, with several weapons bound to his belt, and Guck, who is an older lizard folk. His scales have kind of lost their shine a bit, and he carries with him a large staff that has a bunch of different herbs and other like fixtures of the swamp on it. And they both take a seat. And Trax kind of nods at all of you.
I am Trax, the weapon master of the Ishtal clan.
And Guck kind of shakes his little staff. He says,
I am the shaman of the Ishtal clan.
Well met.
What
Bows.
can you two tell us about this clan? We need to get there as soon as possible. What can you give us? Trax, why were you turned away? First off, they gave you no reason.
I assume my reputation precedes itself. I have long been a staunch and supportive ally of Rusk. I would assume they know as much. And so after his murder, they see me approach. They're trying to get their stories straight and they send me away. I was given no explanation, but this is my assumption.
But so they fortified this temple. What do those fortifications look like? Is that what you?
and he kind of turns to Cruzy and says in Draconic,
Temple?
and Cruzy says back,
They wish to know about the Temple of Moa.
and Trax kind of shakes his head. This is all while they're speaking in Draconic.
I've never even thought about it.
And he turns back to the group of you.
I'm not very familiar with the temple. Just that. Do you want to know of the Set clan settlement?
They have no temple? Why does Cruzy know of the temple if you don't know of the temple?
And he turns back to Cruzy and speaks back in Draconic.
They say you know of a temple in the Set clan settlement. Yes. The Set clan built up their village. They used the temple to Moa that the older elders used many, many years ago. They used the stone from it to build their buildings, and they used it as an easement to build things off of.
And Trax turns back to you in Draconic. Or in Common.
I'm told that the temple of Moa is used by the Set clan mostly for foundation. It's easier to build things up against it than it is stand alone.
Guck, what do you know of it?
And Guck kind of sways back and forth in the mud. Yes. My grandfather was a follower of Moa. Many, many, many years ago, he would travel to the Set clan's village to pay homage to Moa, but during his lifetime, it was shut down, if I remember his tales correctly, because there just weren't very many practitioners that came to the temple, so they closed it and began taking the stone from it to build better walls.
So, you guys are telling us that there is no more temple. They tore everything down. It used to be in the middle of the Set clan. They tore it all down to use it to build the foundation for their houses and the walls around the Set clan. Is that what you're aware of?
Yes, I think a building remains, but it is much smaller and better utilized. We don't care for Moa. We don't like Moa very much at all.
What? Why not?
Well, she asks of us to be, what is the right word in common? She asks of us to be, kind and giving, selfless. This is not the lizard folk way. No, she asks unreasonable requests, and we do not wish very much to give or to provide for others like she asks us to. No.
That does feel
she-
unreasonable.
They should
Is
have
she
been with
related
Koza.
to the Moa?
Well, the Moa was named after Moa. It's a curiosity, I suppose, of the lizard folk language. Moa has slowly over time become a word for something we dislike or do not listen to. So, as an extension of that, we name creatures we do not like after her. For example, the Muatoa. That's a bird that sometimes tries to eat our eggs. The Moa is a large serpent that lives and tries to eat our children. The Voa is a large wolf-like creature that is very, very hindersome.
I toss out a toe of the Moa. Well, we killed the Moa.
And they all kind of. Drax is quite impressed.
A long time ago, by the way.
Yeah, we were still babies.
This is indeed a Moa toe. Quite impressive.
Well, you can keep that as long as you keep giving us information. We need to get in there immediately. Like, we need to go now. So we need to figure out how would you go in there?
They all kind of look at each other.
I would rather die than set foot in the Set clan.
Well, you don't have to set foot in there. Just tell us how to do it.
Yeah. Because we need to go right now.
I mean, Trax,
And,
you tried to set foot in the clan, right?
I wanted to talk to them from the outside. And Guck kind of speaks up and says, I would probably walk up to the gate and try to walk inside.
You know,
Y'all got
we
like
should,
a universal like
we
white
should
flag
just go.
situation where you
And
can.
Cruzy kind of looks at the two of them and says, Where's Jarko? And Guck turns to him and says in Draconic. And actually, I'm going to type this out. It's kind of more fun this way.
Dun, dun, Dallas, dun, dun, stars.
Those of you that can read Draconic, can you read that?
I can't read it.
Yeah, hold on. Boop. 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 Now can you?
No.
Fuck! Oh, because it's not a language for you. Please, one more moment.
Epic fail.
Now can you?
Yes, now I can.
Nice. So you listen to this, Ventus, and just kind of catalog it for yourself. And Guck turns back to the group of you in common. Yes, we don't really travel to the Sedek clan.
Ventus, did you understand what they said?
I like give Aslos like a nod that says I'll tell you later, but I'm trying to be like chill about it. I don't want them to
Okay.
know I know.
Yeah, I
Well,
kind
if
of
they
like.
don't
I said
have
that very
info on-
quietly.
Either they got info on how to infiltrate or not. Seems like they don't.
So are you guys just going to war or nothing? Is that what I'm hearing? Out of you three, got nothing else for us?
In our opinion, it's not for nothing. Our chieftain was assassinated.
What? What?
Yeah,
you
but
don't
do you even know by who?
And you
Yeah,
can tell that
it's
you can tell that Cruzy is starting to get a little frustrated at this point. There are two options
guys.
here. It is either a clan that we have been feuding with for centuries that mysteriously tries to team up with us, and then right when it's about to happen and we've organized all of our weaponry, they turn and the peace talks crumble. And we are left without our brave leader, and they are poised with a bunch of weapons and still have their leader. That doesn't seem hardly fair, does it? Quite an opportunity for them.
That's option one, and then option two is Yunti BS. I'll play. We won't know until we go.
Well, then we're just gonna have to go. So,
Yeah.
thank y'all for your hospitality. But if anybody else doesn't have anything, I want to go before the sun sets here. Anybody opposed?
Not I.
Nope.
Then let's go. I mean, I don't want to waste any more daylight. Thank you, Cruzy. Kind of give him a bow and step out.
And they all nod. And the group of you step out from the Ishtal clan and begin heading northeast to where you know the Sedek clan is.
Yeah.
Nice.
As soon as we're out of earshot from the guys, I tell them, "Hey, the guy they were talking about, the apprentice, they said that he's in the swamp, like looking for materials. I don't know why they were trying to keep that secret from us, but
Just
Highly
materials?
Suspect.
yeah, they just said he was out there. They said he did it again, so I don't know. I guess he's been doing that a lot.
I'm not sure I trust any of these guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I only trust Okizos, really. I was gonna ask you
Yeah,
guys
I
if we
don't-
should call him.
I don't know if the guys we're gonna go see next are gonna be worth trusting either, right? Like, fucking
Yeah, maybe we should call Yokizos on the stone and then see if he knows these guys.
Oh shit!
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I think
We're
that
gonna
we
tell
should
you,
just
he
be
does not.
we should just be equally civil with the this next group. I don't see the reason to hide or do all this stuff. Like these people, let these people look how angry they are. They want to go to war, hunting for supplies, and they just let us in. I mean, just like maybe these other people just let us in. I mean, why not?
Hey, that guy's apparently is still out there. They said he's out there for a couple more nights.
Oh, the apprentice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can maybe try to speak to him on the way out.
Well, if we run into him, I mean,
Yeah.
we gotta get how. I wonder how. Yeah, and then I guess we'll just start heading over to the other clan. I mean, I think we just go knock. I mean, like, these people are super aggressive, and they just let us in and gave us their nice drugs, and we're good.
A random gator walks up and he's like, "How about when we make first contact with the other clan, we pretend we never met these guys just to see what they tell us?"
It's funny
Yeah.
you
Thunder,
say
that's
that, Thunder, because when you're a gator, you can't speak common.
Actually, I can because of the new rework of Druid. I can now speak.
Damn.
And I'm having this full conversation with Hobbjorn as a gator.
Yeah. That's
You
beautiful.
can't
And then I
speak right
waddle
now.
back to. And then I waddle. I can. DM. Correct him now. And then I waddle back into the water with my new gator friend.
That gator's been long gone, dude. He lasts an hour.
He only lasts for an hour. I'm so sorry, Thunder.
He's sad. He's like,
Well, I've been talking to someone over there,
There's
and I don't know
another
who he
gator he's been
is.
hanging out
You
with
found
this
an
whole
actual
time.
gator.
Another Moa.
And he's just like
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the water.
Yeah, I got a little lost, and the summon went away, and then I met a new gator. I'm just like, "Hey, what's up, man?" So,
Like, what do you mean someone's been
How
following
you
us?
like
What are you talking about? Who are you?
And it wouldn't take too long before the group of you can see the outskirts of the Setic clan. You've been walking for about 45 minutes or so through the swamp, and I'll give you a moment to kind of prepare how you want to approach it.
Guys, I don't think we need to do any secretive stuff here. I mean, if we have to, we have to. But like, why don't we just go knock first? Like, like the other people, the group that we were just with, were assholes, and they listened to their like chief. Like, and we had a full blown conversation with their highest people for nothing. I mean, like, the Setic clan's gonna do the exact same thing.
They didn't even demand anything from us. It was
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, I feel like just open honesty with them, right?
Well, we're
Just
not
tell
going to
them.
tell them that we met the other clan. We're just going to say we've
Right,
come from
we're
the
just here to do
Wanti.
this
Yeah.
thing, and
Trying
they
to
tell
get
us
to the
whatever
temple.
they tell us.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, we're
That's
just trying
it.
to get to the temple. They tell us whatever they
And
want
if
to tell
shit
us.
goes south,
Play it by
I'll
ear.
summon an image of a giant Moa and have it attack everybody.
Yeah, I love
There you
it.
Or a
Doesn't
giant
even know what the
dragon.
Momo looks like, but I like it, dude.
Yeah,
He
I
knows
have, I have
the
the
toe.
toe. That's all I need.
He knows the toe, yeah.
I'll just make a
And,
giant
the
I know we
group
Momo
of
can
you-
take a lot
toe.
of these guys.
The group of you begin to stride up to the quote unquote walls of the Setic clan. As you approach, you can see how unimpressive these walls are. They're maybe like a log spaced out every 2 to 3 feet or so that has a large rock that is kind of positioned up against the stone that you heard that was disassembled from the temple.
They took apart the temple to put some shitty wall up.
Yeah, like the worst
it's
wall
not
ever.
it's not impressive whatsoever.
The fog people did a better job than this.
But the lizard folk
Stink.
themselves are quite impressive. You watch as a kind of dark, almost like a bruisey purplish lizard begins to walk out to the group of you to greet you a little outside of the gate as he yells out in common. Please halt there.
Hail and well met. We are travelers, and we've come to see the Temple of Moa, and see what a wonderful village is. You guys did so good with this wall out here. I mean, this is amazing.
We're big fans.
We're trying to get some architecture ideas from you.
And the lizard kind of looks at the group of you. What are travelers doing this deep in the swamp?
Well, you see, we're trying to escape from the Wanti, they're really, really bad. I'm sure you've heard how, evil they are been recently. And, we are heard that, this is the place to be safe. So,
Yanti are spooky.
yeah, they're terrible.
And you can tell that his golden eyes are kind of looking you all over.
You can come inside the clan village.
Oh,
And
thank
he
you.
turns and leads you in. And as he leads you into the inner the inner part of the village, they bring you to kind of a similar open mud area that has a small campfire built in the center of it. And sitting there is a large lizard folk that has has specialty clothing on. It's lined with like feathers and fangs and bone. You can tell that this lizard is of mighty importance. His scales are kind of like a blackish red. That looks really cool. And the lizard folk says to him in Draconic,
Chieftain, visitors.
and the chieftain stands.
I like whisper translate to the rest of the group.
Now, I like bow, and I'm like, you must be the mighty chieftain of this great village.
And the chieftain looks a little suspiciously at the group of you and says,
I am Chieftain Uxlock. You have ventured to our village of the Sedek clan at a very poor time.
Let me guess. Have people been messing with you guys?
We fear they might start.
Well,
We are...
who could that be? Who could possibly mess with a tribe so mighty as you?
go to roll me a deception check.
Damn.
-3.
Okay, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good. And the chieftain sits back down and says,
There was an incident with a clan that we were negotiating with.
What happened?
Their chieftain is dead.
Who killed him? The Wanti? They tried to kill us.
We don't know. We don't know. I don't know. But it has caused and strained relations quite deeply. I believe that we are on the brink of war.
Well, that is really, really sad to hear. Well,
Yeah,
we
but what
definitely
about
don't want to
John?
get in the way of that.
I
We,
mean, we'd even help if we can,
yeah,
It
like,
would help.
but we're not sure we can. So
well, if you can help us, maybe we can help you.
And what is it that you need help with?
Do you have the Temple of Moa in your village?
and he turns about 50 yards away is a structure that looks remarkably out of place among the grass and reed yurts that fill the lizard folk village. There stands an incredibly ancient looking stone building. Most of the stone you can see has been pulled away, revealing the wood foundation underneath. It is in a definite state of disrepair and negligence. There are vines growing up and over it, almost sealing it in some places. And there's a large hole in an area of the ceiling that you can see has allowed in rainwater for quite some time.
I believe that was a temple at one point.
Well, if you give us, some time over there at that temple right now, we will help you in your war efforts. Well,
maybe
potential
stop
war
you.
efforts. it seems like you guys are, far more powerful than whoever you're talking about.
Well, this is probably true. They don't even have a chieftain.
Yeah, because he died.
He
Crazy.
died. Yeah.
I say in the
would not
corner,
die.
as a gator, I say Chieftain Killer says what?
I knew it. I was. What?
So, do you accept that? I mean, we just need to, go check out this temple for a little while. We travel pretty far, and then, we could, get this war problem wrapped up for you real quick.
I point at the temple. I'm like, clearly that means nothing to you. So it shouldn't be a problem.
I saw its rocks outside on your gorgeous wall.
And the chieftain looks over at the lizard folk that brought you in, and says in Draconic to him, and then turns to the group of you and says,
I would like to commune with my shaman quickly, and I will return to you with a response. Please, stay with Zix, my first commander.
and he gestures to the lizard folk that brought you in.
We're kind of in a hurry.
Well, and then I say, hey, whoa, before you talk to your shaman, I just want you to know that we mean business. And then I hand him a toe of the Moa Moa saying, we took care of this problem for you.
And he looks at it and gives you a nod and says,
I will bring this to my shaman as well.
Good.
and turns and walks away from the camp. And as soon as the group of you are alone with Zix, he turns to you and says,
There is something I must speak to you about.
Yes. You look like a brave soldier, by the way.
One of our lizard folk was found at the murder scene.
Of the
Meaning
chieftain?
what?
Yes.
Did he kill him?
and he stands up and calls out for a lizard. And you watch as a strong and tall, but noticeably kind of younger lizard comes out. He's a deep, vibrant green.
Minnock, tell these people what you saw.
And he turns to the two of you and says,
Our chieftain is unaware of these facts. It is only myself and Minnock who is aware.
What? Why are you picking us? What information do you have?
You said that you would help.
Okay,
Minnick, what did you do?
and Minute kind of stands like almost like at attention, a lizard folk warrior.
I woke up in the middle of the night. When I opened my eyes from sleeping, I was standing over the chieftain. He was dead.
In the other clan.
In the Ishtel clan.
You just woke up standing like that?
That's
With
kinda
my
weird.
hands kind of over him like this.
You don't
When
find
I
that
came
weird?
to, I was
So Minnick-
terrified.
How'd you get out of there?
So quietly. So quietly. I don't know. The better question. How did I get in there? I have no memory of the murder.
I whisper back to the party. Monty, White Mind Whisperer.
Subterfuge.
So you have no recollection of this. You were sleeping 1 minute and over the chieftain the next.
Yes. He was dead underneath me.
Hot.
That's some magic stuff right there.
Does he look like he can
He shakes his
strangle a lizard person? Does he look like strong enough to?
Yeah, no, I mean he's very fit, like truly a warrior for the Sedek.
I put up my gator neck and I say, try to choke me.
Thunder, it's
You
not
don't
time
need
for your
to
weird
show.
kinks.
You don't need to show that.
Okay.
How do we know he can do it?
So, Minnick, all of this is great, but we don't even know who this other chief is. I mean, like, we were happy to help you guys, but if you killed him and you didn't remember, I mean, I'm not. No, you didn't kill him. You didn't kill him. But I mean, if you were there, they're gonna be pretty suspicious, right? So,
What if the shaman put you under some spell?
why don't you just admit it to your chieftain that this happened? I mean, what's he gonna do to you?
Knowing lizard folk, they'll probably kill him
Oh.
because he might have just started a civil war.
I like to think that Vince is like physical. Oh,
He's like, get in the bag. Let's freaking you out of here.
We're gonna turn you into
And-
a frog instead.
Minnick and Zix kind of turn their heads as they see the chieftain return.
Oh, Minnick, welcome. You have met our guests.
We haven't been
Nice.
talking about anything.
Yeah, Minnick is real great over here. Real strong hands. Give him a little choke motion, and yeah.
And you can see that the chieftain has returned with another lizard folk who's a deeper green, a little bit older.
This is Chaz. He is my shaman.
And the shaman kind of nods.
Him down.
That's Chad.
I do a
lizard folk.
bow.
He's a Chad.
Chaz.
He's really handsome, you can tell.
Giga Chad.
So,
He has like a swoop in his
Yeah,
scales.
it's like one little fin. And Chaz looks at the group of you and says,
Welcome to the Ascetic clan.
thank you.
Welcome.
So can we go over to this temple, and then we'll start talking war strategy here, guys?
Yes, my chieftain speaks that he wishes, or you wish, to approach the temple of Moa. I must warn you before you approach the temple. Moa is a dastardly deity. She is conniving and forceful. She is very manipulative. Guard yourselves.
And I
What's
look
her
like
motto?
50 yards away at that little like stone graveyard, and I'm like, "Oh, okay.
Wasn't her
What's
motto,
her motto?
like help everybody or something?
Be nice to
And,
those you
Very
need.
altruistic.
and Chaz kind of looks to his chieftain, who gives him a nod and he turns to you and says,
I only know how to say her mantra in Draconic, my native language.
Go ahead.
and he says it.
We're waiting.
He totally says it.
Is the shaman with us, or
Yeah.
did the chieftain come back by himself?
No, it's there are 4 lizard folk here with you right now.
Okay, gotcha. I look at the shaman and I say, "Man, it's so unfortunate what happened to the other chieftain, huh?" And I look deep into his eyes.
He kind of shrugs. He doesn't hide it.
Unfortunate for the Ishto clan.
Well,
Chieftain Killer says, "What?"
well, Thunder, you want to
silence.
go ahead and you want to go ahead and hit the bell so we can go start
let's
our
go there
conversation
first
over.
and then hit the bell. I don't think we need to
Well,
plunge
it's only like
everyone
50
here.
yards. I mean, it's only 50 yards away, but all right, yeah, okay.
But we don't want to take
And
all
the,
of these people with us. Is my point.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Into the ethereal realm.
Maybe they want to see Moa.
I just feel like it brings the ethereal
Oh.
plane there. Like I don't
Yeah,
know
I was
if it's
about
like
to say, like, what's the range of?
yeah, I don't know how that works. I just figured like
Probably just like the immediate vicinity. I always kind of like
Oh.
thought it was like those who like hear it, but not like off in the distance. Obviously, it's like those.
Oh.
What?
Oh, okay. I didn't
Ventus,
realize
what
that.
did the mantra say?
They said that Moa teaches us that secrets hide the truth. And I
Or-
kind of like look around the party like, hmm.
Hmm.
All right, so I'm
totally
assuming we walk over to Moa's like temple
Sure.
and like get ready to yeah.
Yeah, it's quite dilapidated. There's a, you can see that where there once was a beautiful stone door with carvings all around it, kind of like some of the other temples that you've seen, the door itself has been broken and instead hangs like kind of, it's not even on hinges, but just kind of boarded up a door, essentially, to prevent anyone from being able to get inside.
Is anyone coming with us?
No, none of them. They don't want to see Moa.
Aslos,
Yeah, I
rip
whispered
the
to the
door
group.
off.
I whispered to the group that my money's on the shaman.
Yeah, I make sure I don't like break the rest of the structure, but I do rip the door off.
Sure. Yeah. You rip the door off and unseal it, and you can see that the temple itself is quite simple. It's just a single room, simple temple. You can see it's just a single room that has on the opposite side from where you enter a small altar. There's nothing on the altar, and above the altar, carved into the stone, is kind of an eroded carving that once appeared probably to look like Moa, but now is faded and much more difficult to see. You would still be able to make it out, but it just doesn't. At one point, you could tell this whole place was probably beautiful, and now it's not.
Yeah, I don't want to meta game. I didn't say like if the bell was absorbed or not when that wild shape, so I'll just come out of wild shape completely, and then I'll read the bell.
Okay. You ring the bell in the group of you. I kind of found that I can do this. Hold on. Watch this.
I'm currently watching Discord.
Oh, yeah.
Watch
Oh, I
this.
didn't even do it. I'll do it the next time you're on a battle map. I can like change the view to be like all bluish, like you're in the ethereal plane. But the group of you shift over as the bell rings, and you can see coiled up on the altar is a small serpent-like creature. Let me show you what it looks like. Please hold.
Holding.
Hold the door.
Hold
on.
It looks
Hold
like
on.
this. Hold on. Like this. Probably about the size of like a large python. That's
Show me,
oh,
That's
Oh,
because
it's incredible, Jacob. You're missing it.
because it's in draconic. That's why. There you go.
beautiful.
Gross.
Yeah, probably about the size of like a large python. She is coiled up, and you can see that her scales fade from like a deep brown to a scarlet red, with her head ending in a bright cyan. And coming off of all of her head angles are small spines that she can like move, and they almost like go up and down as they ripple across her face. And she raises her head like a snake might do and speaks out to you. Welcome.
I flick my tongue out at her as a human.
What are your secrets?
I do the same.
What are your secrets?
We're looking for the temple.
Sadly, you have found it.
Sadly.
And she kind of looks around it and says, I have not garnered a reputation with these people.
Well, you could
Oh,
with
yeah, that's
us.
pretty small.
But I don't get it though. You're so nice and like helpful. Why do people hate you?
I think that my temple is built in the wrong place in the world.
Yeah, you and Kubazan should have swapped for sure.
I like
And she's mostly expressionless, but you can see that she kind of rotates her little spines so that they ripple in a really pleasing way aesthetically.
No offense, but why are you so small? The other trickster gods are massive.
Size is only half of our story. Why are you at my temple?
We've
Yeah.
come for the tablet.
We're trying to stop the Yunti.
from killing everybody on our continent and yours.
And
The
you
people
can
who
see her
don't worship
grow-
you might die.
What did you say?
I said the
People
people
who
who don't worship you might die.
We don't like death. We want to save everybody.
But also kill all of the Wanti.
And the Salamanders.
Where'd you save them?
Not if the Yanti get their way.
And
I pulled one out of my pocket. I secretly had one this whole time.
she ripples her little spines and says, "It has been a long time since I've thought about that tablet that was brought to me."
Oh, well, then you won't mind losing it.
Not necessarily.
Who brought it to you?
And her spines continue to ripple. And she says, "It's difficult to remember details. I was alive when it was brought to me. This temple was beautiful when it was brought to me." And you can see that her eyes are really small, like a snake. They're technically called jaculi, but for a jaculi, yeah, I'll let you hear so you can Google it on your own time. But she says, I am not one to see. I can't. I'm blind. But we
Oh.
talked. We talked for a very long time before he left.
What? So
I feel bad.
what will you need to part with your tablet? What do you need from us? We need this to defeat these people.
Yeah, so far everybody's kind of needed something.
And she kind of cocks her head. Need something?
Can we,
Oh, yeah.
can we just have it?
Well, I suppose it depends. You've spoken as though you wish to use it for good.
Yes.
I mean, stopping genocides.
The ultimate good.
And she just kind of nods her head and says, That's all I want."
Well,
Match made in heaven.
perfect. There's nothing that we could do for you to make your life better.
Kind of like a non-life.
Do I have greater restoration prepared?
You might. I think I know what you're going to do, though, and you can't help her.
I know that, but Thunder doesn't know that, David.
Excuse me. I'm so sorry. Oh, and actually, you don't.
Damn, I'm sad.
But no, she just kind of continues to ripples her spines and says, "I wish for nothing in return. Simply for you to do what this tablet was given to me for."
Which is what? Do good?
To heal the world.
Oh, we will heal the world, all right.
When I was given this tablet in life, I was told it was being given to me with the intent to give away one day. I asked the messenger, the deliverer, how they knew that one day I would know who to give it to. That's my only test. I just need to make sure that you are the ones that I'm supposed to give this to.
Okay.
Pull out.
Easy.
Are you okay
Go
with
ahead
these
and
guys
check.
not worshiping
And what
you?
do you need to check?
She turns to you, Thunder, to address your question first. It saddens me. They fight. They cheat.
They steal, they kill. I tried to teach them at first, and then they buried me.
Rude.
I'm
They
sure
killed
you
you?
know.
They killed you?
The Yuan-Ti killed me the first time. The lizard folk killed my name and memory.
Oh,
I'm pissed.
that sucks.
Super rude.
Well, how do you need
Yeah,
to
you
test
seem,
us
you
to
seem really
prove?
good.
I have been thinking about that question for a very long time.
Well, let's
And
hear
I
it.
think that I have finally thought of a way. It's simple. I don't ask much. When this tablet was brought to me, I had a long, very pleasant, and deep conversation with its messenger. He stayed here for days with me. I taught him, he taught me. My heart was saddened when he had to return from where he came. Far from here. But over our time together, he taught me something. Something I've never forgotten. He told me that it was an oath that he took to the universe, I suppose. This world. To goodness and to order. I would like for you to take that oath with me again.
Let's do it.
I raise up my hand like a Boy Scout.
I'm ready.
I do the
Those-
dab a dragon's fist.
This could be
Yeah.
kind of crazy.
And she kind of
Especially
closes her little eyes, and you watch as she kind of like
Wait.
moves back and forth.
Can we hear the oath before we say it?
Yeah, I kind of already have it. I raised my hand up. File raiser. I kind of already had an oath, so I don't know if they're like how that works.
Guys, I sweared my life away to a lich. We can make a freaking oath for the blind snake.
Yeah, well, that was a terrible decision, by the way,
Well,
which I would not do.
You says you. It's gonna be good for me. So
And,
Okay, we'll see if that works out. I'm gonna help you make sure that's not gonna be a problem. Hopefully, we survive all this. Okay. Yeah, fuck it. Oath. I threw an oath on last time. It's no big deal. Just throw it on.
yeah.
Give me a cool little power. Y'all
Let's
see
do
when
it.
hit sometimes
Look
it
how
hits,
good
like,
this.
real
Look
hard.
how good. Let's do the oath. Come on.
And she kind of closes her eyes again and nods and says, I am even happy to recite the oath as long as you swear to it afterwards.
Well, that's no
I
different.
love that idea.
If you simply wish to not say it, then I can say it for you.
Yeah, just say it and we'll agree.
And again, she like a little smile kind of goes over her eyes or her mouth. Sorry. And for those following along, this is now the music that I'm playing in Malnova.
It's like the most devilish music ever.
Also, the others in general. So sorry for everyone else in this Discord. She kind of raises up her body a bit more like a snake charmer, and the snake's raising it. And she begins to kind of go back and forth as she closes her eyes and her little spines ripple. And she speaks to the group of you. Like I said, this was something taught to me by the last friend I would ever make. The person who brought me this tablet. It's a bit of sad irony that I would never know his face, but only his voice. But that is all I have needed since he went back from where he came. He told me that this was an oath that he made, that he wanted to share with me, so that I could think about it for time everlasting. And her little spines stop rippling as they fall down. Hear my plea to the fallen. Leave me to be with the broken one last time before I go. Hold the last burning ember. Let us never surrender. May we rise unto the call for the glory and the fall. For the beat and the broken, for the lost and forsaken, let us never surrender. And may we rise unto the call for the glory and the fall.
Kyle drops to a knee towards the end there, kind of shaking.
Yeah, I guess I can take that over.
And she opens her little eyes, even though she can't see you with them open.
If you promise to that, then I know that you will have promised to the same thing whoever brought me this tablet promised to. And that is good enough for me.
I promise.
I promise.
I broke the dam.
Twice over.
I promise.
Promise.
I make the vow.
And a little smile goes across her little snaky face, and her little spines tingle again. And you watch as she uncoils fully. And when she uncoils, you can see that she was resting on, as if to protect, a small stone tablet.
What does this one say?
And let me write her little thing. That is secrets hide the truth.
I want to ask her if she's
Bing.
okay with being buried in a temple that's no longer a temple, and she's surrounded by people who no longer worship her.
Damn.
Yeah, she's fine.
Well, she's blind, so she didn't know that. So thanks for letting her know.
She answers you and is like, I'm sad.
Would you like me to relocate you?
We did it to the Salamanders.
And she gives you a warm smile like an old lady, but shakes her head no. I would like to hold on to the hope that one day, whoever might be here will find value in what I have to teach.
You honestly might love the Salamanders.
Hey, we should bring the
You got
salamanders
plenty of
here.
water.
And she kind of cocks her
Not
head
bring
and
them here,
says,
Blizzard will kill us.
and she asks you, tell me where these little creatures are, and perhaps in my own time I can attempt to find them. She looks kind of up and around. I am not bound to this place of anything other than my free will.
Oh,
There's
Over, you got
people
those
that
maps.
Do you know
that would
of
appreciate me
Malnova?
more. And she pauses and says, perhaps the world tree could show me.
Indeed.
Yeah, World Tree's pretty dope.
I
You would
must
be
try to talk
far
to her.
more valued in Malnova.
And she gives you a little nod and says, perhaps once you leave, I will look into this.
Thank you, Moa.
And as the tablet is kind of passed around, the group of you would find that none of you understand this. And in fact, it's difficult to even parse out that it's written, that it's a a language, really. It would be very perplexing to all of you. Yeah.
I'm confused.
Oh yeah, good call. Unc can probably help maybe. It's supposed to be wise as fuck.
I might need to take this to somebody else. Unless Moa, do you know what letter potentially is? It's just a letter on there, right?
And she kind of shakes her head and says, I can't read. I can't see. And then she kind of laughs. But even if I were to feel it, I'm unaware with this speech.
Okay.
Thank you for your time.
Consider our offer. There's much better places than here.
And she kind of nods. I will.
Goodberry?
And yeah, no, she takes a good berry and kind of
Hell
gives
yeah.
a little baby bite out of it.
I don't give a fuck about the lizard folk.
Yeah, let's get out of here, guys. We need to.
Yeah.
And so the group of you
Hey,
phase.
you guys want to scorched earth them on our way out?
Nah, that's a black dragon to me.
No, not. I actually mean it like in a way that might help them. Like basically, tell the chieftain of this clan about like the secrets. Wait, the secrets hide the truth. Wait, hold on.
Wait a minute.
Secrets hide the truth. Hold on.
We still haven't solved the issue of who actually did kill
The
guy,
secret-
right?
Wait, hold on.
The secret was that he was over the chieftain. That's a secret.
Yeah, and
What is it hiding?
he's hiding that from the chieftain.
I'm telling you, I think it's the
probably
shaman.
was. Probably wasn't. Well, and then I kind of pull out one of the Wanti again, and I'm like, be real. Would one of your people
What's his reaction to Moa?
Be real. What is it?
be real? Like, and I imagine I give him no context. Would you potentially brainwash, or one of your people brainwash one of these lizard folk to kill the other lizard folk? Like, did you guys know they were bad?
And remember,
Is
you're
this
under oath.
Is this the froggy?
No, this
He
is
looks
not
down,
a
there's a
dog.
Bible? Like, what the fuck?
I just pulled, I
of
picked
the
one
guards
random out of the hat, and now I picked out another one. I made sure it was a different one this time. I've given them each.
The auntie says to you, because they really don't have any reason, I guess, to not tell you the truth. Like, they wouldn't, like, why lie?
I mean, they got kidnapped, so now I feel like they're,
Yeah.
I feel like they're more likely to falsely confess.
Well,
the Wanti would basically look you dead in the eye, his amber reptilian eyes, and says, I would be shocked if we didn't have a secret agent installed already.
That's fucked up.
would you be able to, like,
When he says
Yeah,
that,
How would we be able to draw them out?
would you be able to determine which one they are if we showed you
I
around?
cast True Seeing and start walking back to camp. Walking back to the camp. Like angry
The group-
dwarf, like march towards
Stomping
the camp.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The,
Yeah.
The group of you begin to kind of follow maybe Halbjorn a little bit to see what he's up to. And
Right before I follow him, I just want to say that I gather some like wildflowers and then I plant them at her, like where she was when we were
Aw.
talking to her.
That's
And
cute.
you make the plants grow even more, like with that spell you have that you never use.
Well, I have plant growth, but I don't know if that's prepared. But I have Druidcraft, and all that does is like bloom a bud or like something small.
Makes a flower.
But yeah, I feel so bad. I'm so pissed.
I will also I will also tell everybody while we're walking away that whoever gave the tablets to the trickster gods was a paladin.
How do you know?
Like that
cool.
oath, it's the paladin oath, like that all paladins have to take.
Oh shit.
So you already took that oath.
Yeah, I took it. I twice over. Fucking, I took it twice now.
Hell yeah.
Double
in
oathed
the
up.
Unstoppable.
cinematic, I don't know if in the cinematic that's the exact same oath that Fael had to take. It's posted in Important Malnova.
Fael, did you give these stones up?
Oh,
Wait,
yeah.
wait,
Multiverse my heel? What?
this is like thousands of
And,
years ago. What?
Fael the time traveler.
And
Yeah, man.
the as the group of you approach the mud pit, you can see the chieftain, Uxlock, Zix, Chazes, and Minnick, and you see another 1T. The chieftain stands as the group of you approach.
Another 1T.
Or another lizard folk, sorry.
Hmm.
And as you
They're all in lizard folk armor. Just
the
Yahtzee.
chieftain kind of stands up and like nods to all of you and says, How did your temple visit go? And,
Like you care?
What? Oh, and he
Like you care?
turns and he says, this is Etix, our primary hunter for the clan. He's about to step out for a few days to
I
gather
have
meats
True Seeing
first.
currently active. What does it look
Yeah.
like?
And you look amongst the group of 1T. And
One
Lizard
T.
folk.
Lizard
Yahtzee!
folk, sorry. And
They're all compromised.
they're all
Start
no,
swinging.
you would see that the chieftain, Zix, Chaz, Minnick, they all are lizard folk. Itix, who is sitting next to all of them though, is a 1T.
What the
Oh,
fuck?
Yeah,
no.
I point right at him and I'm like, Aslos, grab him.
Yeah, and then I, without hesitation, like, grab my, like, hammer, like, and I just smack him in the chest and then grapple him.
You can see that in a moment to attempt self-defense, the Mind Whisperer tries to polymorph into a boa constrictor, just like almost on reflex. But you grab him before he's able to, and the other lizard folk raise arms. They grab their weapons and begin to shout and yell at the group
Oh,
of you in
yeah.
Draconic, prepared to fight.
And then
I got my lava
I,
lab trying to do the whole.
Thunder, do you have Dispel Magic available?
David has to look.
Let's see, big moment.
I need to start keeping that prepared.
It's a pretty important spell.
He does have it actually.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
well, I have Counterspell,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
I thought was
Oh,
also
shit.
really important.
Yeah, also
Um,
important.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, Dispel Magic.
That counterspell's nice.
And you dispel the Mind Whisperers.
I do it by
On
putting my
illusion.
hand in the mud and I throw it in his face.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it,
Like, get out of there!
and you do it because it doesn't hit with the illusion, his minor illusion, because physically he is no different from a 1T. So it strikes, like his face is wider than it is long. So it strikes the illusion, revealing it. And you watch as the lizard folk kind of drop their weapons in shock.
And I point at him and I say, "This is who killed the chieftain. This is a mind whisperer. He can control minds." And I point at Minnick,
Subterfuge.
and I point at Minnick, and I'm like, "He controlled your mind to make you think that you killed him, or he might have made you kill him. But this is your culprit." And then I think we just need to take this mind whisperer straight to the other clan like, right now.
yeah, do we know what Mind Whisperers do to
100%.
cast spells? Like, do they, like, need to use some sort of their body to cast anything?
There's probably a
You would
verbal-
know that they're like spell casters, so they use like their hands and their mouth, like they have to speak it.
Yeah, I, like, break,
Yeah, right.
like, take both of his hands and just break them into, like, a dust.
We could have tied him. Kyle had some rope. like ready to tie his hands behind his back.
Mario's getting the dots ready.
Like,
Oh,
I hate
damn.
mind whispers after one messed with me, so I just like squeeze so hard that I mean, dude, his hands are just like they're not even broken; they're
hands.
just nothing.
They're still.
Yeah, you.
And
you
then I
restrain
bound him with the rest.
And the group of you begin to march off to the Ishtal clan to show them what you discovered.
Are any of them
And,
coming with us?
No, they don't really want to go.
No, we're forcing
I say
them
y'all
to
are
come.
sorry excuse for lizard folk.
No,
You
y'all
don't
are gonna
deserve
just
Moa.
have this bad blood with this other tribe, and then find out that you were at each other's throats for nothing. You're gonna come make peace with them.
I think they would be so shocked by the fact that you identified the illusion and the fact that you then revealed the illusion that they would just kind of go like they'd be like, "Yep, I guess so." Like clearly y'all know what's going on, so they
They
go.
just watch me vaporize their like old tribe mate's hands that were just there 5 seconds ago.
But not actually their tribe mate, an illusion.
Yeah, well, yeah, but then
Yeah, so yeah, they head on and march with y'all deep into the swamp, and we'll end our session there and start with y'all basically making the confrontation, and then heading out to your last trickster god.
You muted Jacob.
yeah, Jacob, you're
Yeah.
muted.
When you said the last one was a Wan T, I was picturing, the side-eye monkey gif? Like, they're all lizard folk, and there's one Wan T over there just like, hey, yeah, I'm a hunter. You know? It's like- yeah, I'm totally a hunter. I hunt food.
I had this whole murder mystery planned. I'll show y'all all the notes.
Oh no!
Well, because I
Aw.
realized y'all were like, we're just gonna go there, and I was like, I mean, I guess so. Yeah, I don't really know. But everyone had a secret, and the secrets hide the truth. You see.
That's so funny. Everyone had the
Secrets
secret.
hide
I'm
the
so
truth, you
sorry.
see.
No, I mean it's okay. I was like, because honestly, I was like, I mean, this is faster, and I don't really see any reason not to. Like, why?
So
Yeah,
funny.
we're just
Well, the
badass.
best part,
We're
the
just
best
badass
part
and
is
did it.
now we're gonna bring him to the other tribe, and then now we get to play out if they want to make peace or not again.
Yeah, you're still acting diplomat. Because I was like, I could like hide it behind like, oh, but you have to help the you have to help the lizard folk before I give you the tablet.
Right.
Hey,
But then
well,
I
we
was like,
did
I mean,
play
honestly-
in. We did play into that. I knew. I had a
Yeah.
feeling you were gonna say, "Well, secrets hide the truth, and you're gonna have to figure out who is the killer." And I was like, "Okay." I kind of set it up that way. I was like, "You sure you don't want anything?"
Yeah, but then I was thinking about it more. I was like, I think Moa. I mean, she's lawful good. Like,
Right.
You
Right.
know?
if you're just trying to save the world, why would she?
No.
Why would she
No.
like get in the way?
It
You
was
know, like.
refreshing.
Before you
It
save
was
the world, you
ridiculous.
have to save these 2 clans of lizards.
Yeah, like solve my secret puzzle.
And they don't even worship her. So
Exactly.
I love that we have like 5 Wanti just in this hole, and and every time I pull one out, they just snitch, dude. Like, they're just like, they're just like, yeah, for sure we have somebody here.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like, you just gotta look
We
around.
would have had someone here like years ago. What do you mean?
Yeah, we've been
Maybe
driving
it's
them
a
apart
mind
for
whisperer.
decades.
I feel like for the one, two, they'd be like anything that might let me live. So yeah. We don't care about the lizards.
Yes.
What were
Just
this?
gonna
Wait,
name
were
them
there
all
secrets
Snitch,
on the
but-
other side of the clan? Other?
Of
Of
yeah,
course
on the
there
other tab too.
Oh.
Oh no. Oh, so
I mean,
there's
most
other
of them-
ones over there too.
Most of them are just they're all just like red herrings.
Okay.
But but the only thing that to connect was that they both had a one, or no, I keep saying one, two. They both had a lizard folk that would disappear for several days, and it's the same lizard
Oh,
folk that would go from
Jarku.
tribe to tribe. Right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
Jarku
the
and
princess.
Etix are the same person.
Exactly. And so
Damn.
after talking to everyone, you'd like put together like, oh, how convenient that when this one is gone for 3 days, he's here for 3 days, and then vice
That's pretty
versa.
cool.
Damn. Well, we
God,
You
I
made us
can't
hate
wait.
them,
shit out
David.
of it.
I can't wait to vaporize more hands at the other tribe.
And the
We found
timing
the
just worked out
culprit.
perfectly. I mean, hey, you did it. You figured it out. And
We don't need to break any more hands.
Just had to
I'm
cast
glad.
a spell.
I'm glad that we
Thank
wrap
God
up
I had
the
it.
session. That's good timing.
Yeah, we could spend
no. Yeah,
like
it felt
30,
good.
40 more minutes with them too, just to figure out some stuff that's going on before we
But
go
now
on
we're
to
going
Unk.
to my favorite one, Unk.
Unk.
Honk.
Was Unk
He's
your
about
favorite
35 years
from the
old.
beginning?
Him or Wongo? I think Wongo is hilarious.
Papazaddle's
Yeah,
pretty
Wongo's
cool.
Hilarious. Last time we heard, he made some guy
Just-
rip the other guy's heart out or some shit.
Oh yeah, no, he's
Oh,
terrifying. But
Wongo
face-
is your second favorite?
his little
Wongo
face
is
is so
madness.
funny to me, and I love his name, Wongo. But besides him, I think Unk's probably my favorite. He has had some cool things, but
Do you have a least favorite? Is it
Um,
Ejin?
probably Ejin. Yeah, it's just so boring. Like
He's a
I'm a
rabbit.
rabbit. That or Obalaka. Obalaka's like saying is even really boring. Like it's I have it on here because I was gonna reveal it later, but tread warily and stay in the light. Oh.
Oh,
I mean,
Really?
Papazaddle was very cool. It was the
Papazaddle, I had
Papazaddle's
low expectations for, and by the end of it, I was like, "This is actually really sick." I like
yeah,
Papazaddle.
Papazaddle's awesome. for
Yeah.
sure.
Basically, I'm a
I do
badass.
like
If you pretend you're a badass, like I'm cool with you.
I'm a fan of Wongo for sure, though.
And he had a dope
Papazaddle was
tempo.
hilarious.
And he had
Yeah.
a dope temple.
He had a cool, he had a cool picture too.
Yeah, he's just like a cool big crane, and I like the crane folk too. They're also neat.
Eh.
You better
I
have
mean,
a
they're
good
not-
voice
they're
for
not
Unk.
cool.
They're cool in design.
Cool in design.
Yeah.
They're not
Not
cool
that
to y'all.
cool. Oh, no.
Yeah, I don't
David's
know
got
how
a
I'm
weak
gonna
get
set
his
like
Unk
fun.
voice down.
Yeah, I need to
Run.
think about
Now
it.
those guys were cool.
They were
Yeah,
funny.
he's actually cool.
I like Kubazan.
Kubazan was easily the most fun to be.
Yeah, Kubazan was my favorite voice acting for the Trickster.
Oh
game.
yeah, I told people about that one. I thought it was hell.
He's like an Aladdin genie. It's crazy.
The son of
We have to do a
a-
compilation of David's voice acting throughout the campaign.
Oh god, I can't even. I don't even want to think about early on. I can't imagine I did it in front of y'all in person. The thought of doing that now sounds just horrifying. I can't.
Whenever
It's
I'm
hard
in
for
the
me to do it in
cinematics, I have to
camera.
turn the camera off because I'm like, I can't see my face.
Oh, I know. I'm like, I
that
might
way
do
you
that
get
next
up and
time,
walk
actually.
off sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like, I don't want to see me. I don't want y'all to see me.
Oh, we did
I
good. I
Well,
tried. I
thanks.
tried doing a voice like the first session, and after that, I was like, "All right, this is how Thunder sounds now."
No,
No,
but your first voice was
Sounds like-
terrible. Yes, father.
Yeah, dude, he was so bad.
Yes, father.
Yes, father.
Shut up.
And immediately we were all like,
So
"What the
much.
fuck is that?" And you never did it
You
again.
know, he hyped it up so much on that timing. I'm like, "Oh, here comes Thunder." What do I say? Anna? Happy father.
Oh my god. Yeah, your first line was literally that, dude.
Coming, father. So
Oh my
funny.
god.
Coming, father.
I wasn't an English schoolboy. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it was.
It was pretty dead on. I was
It
so
was like
worried
an
about
8-year-old
Thunder at
prince in
that
an old
point.
medieval movie. Yes, father.
Oh my god.
And,
Hey, son,
the
may I
funny-
have some more?
I heard Manny was like so into D&D, like right when from the start, and I was so excited to hear his character, and then he did that, and I'm like, oh
Shut the
no.
fuck up. I hate you.
I was like, oh no, he's like little
Oh my
slave
God.
boy, dude.
So funny.
Your
Anyway.
character's great, dude. We needed your character, man. He adds a lot to this group.
Oh yeah.
He really does.
Dude, doing voices for like an every week character you play, it's just doesn't work.
Yeah.
It's too
I
hard.
tell pretty much every character not to do it. Like,
Yeah.
I tried
unless it's
like,
like really easy for you and you enjoy it. That's one
God,
thing. But
Gotcha.
well, like the original
You
voice
like
that gave you Kizos was like the Argonians in Skyrim, and it's super raspy. And so I would do it for like 3 minutes and be like, "Oh god, I can't fucking breathe." It's fucking terrible.
You know, trained voice actor.
And then when you have like
Yeah.
a serious discussion, you just totally forget to do the voice.
Yeah, exactly.
When-
Yeah,
when
exactly.
energy
And so at
goes
some
away.
point you just give
Yeah.
up and say, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna
I want to talk.
I'm just gonna talk." I will
Yeah.
describe actions that Yokizos does, but I'm not going to talk like him.
So funny.
Yeah, well, Hallmark's
Yeah.
supposed to be like kooky old man, like like crazy old guy kind
Oh,
of.
but
voice.
hey.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Merlin.
I think I
from,
did that when
Sword in
we
the
did like
Storm.
the very first session we introduced him, but
I will
Yeah.
create the black broth. Haha.
my original idea was him like with his wizard hat on, flying around on a broom, casting spells, and just like laughing the whole time, like just like kooky, crazy laughing, you know?
Hey, the last battle. Definitely do it.
Yeah. Well, thank you for the session, David. It was fun.
Yeah,
thank you,
great
David.
job, guys.
Full form.
We're,
Yeah, that's a
I love
great,
it.
Good progress. I'm gonna go eat.
great session.
Good night,
Catch y'all
guys.
next
I'll
week.
catch y'all
Bye,
later.
guys.